everyone, and welcome to another collection showcase. This is a collection showcase with a bit of a difference, as you can see from this. It is a bit different to my usual setup. I also apologise for the dust. I should have dusted before I started this video. But the reason the dust is up there is because this is actually one of my top shelf items. As you can see, this is where I have the pointy stick, because I can actually only reach up to here. Even if I'm standing on tiptoes, I can only reach up to there. So it was just a bit easier to film it like this rather than taking them all down. Secondly, I apologise if the camera wobbles a little bit. I'm going to try not to move around too much, but in order to get the camera up this high, I've had to precariously place it on its tripod with the legs in a very narrow position on top of an ironing board. So it will wobble a little bit. I apologise, there's not a lot I can do about that, but as I said, I'll try and keep as still as I can. Another point that I would just like to very quickly make, because it's something which always comes up whenever it comes to older sets, you know, especially rarer ones. Yes, I have 8 of them, you know, 4 of each. There are reasons for which I'm going to go into the video, but if you are just here to have a go at me for having so many when others have got so few and say things about me driving up the price, etc., please go and check the pinned comment. There is a short statement in there regarding those points, because long story short, they are pointless points to make, so please go and check that out, because that will address what I'm sure is probably going to come up in the video, and I don't particularly want to go into length in the video about having to go over all of that. So here we have figures, going back to the figures, as the video is meant to be. We have here the original sets for the first Doctor with the Saucer Commander and the second Doctor with the Tomb Cybermen. Now, obviously, as you can see, or for those that don't know, these were released in a black and white format and a colour format. And obviously, as the name would dictate, one of them was in the full colour set. The other ones were done in a much more sort of monochrome black and white tone as to how they were on camera, obviously in the black and white era. They're very nice figures. It's not something which Character Options have ever really done again. I know there's some people saying it would be nice, and I think personally, going ahead in future, I actually wouldn't mind when it comes to this kind of stuff, the first and second Doctor things, is let's say that you know, we get B&M sets in future, the standard B&M sets. If Character Options then did an exclusive black and white version only through their website, I think that would definitely be something which would get, you know, really get people's you know, interest going. But yeah, I can understand why it's not something which a lot of people would necessarily want to see more of. It is a very niche area of collection, and it does work for some figures. You know, I know they did like the NECA did their Sin City figures in black and white and in colour, and it did work, but again, you'd have to have one colour, one black and white, because I think if it was just black and white, it wouldn't cater to as many fans as if you had a variant of both, you know. But, you know, that's my thoughts on the matter. But I do like them. I do like the way that, you know, that it's the simple things are done. You know, the slightly sort of greyish tan hue of the globes on the Dalek have come out very well. And then on the Cyberman, we've got the lovely thing of it being, still having its silver elements, but the body of it is more of a matte grey colour. And again, it just makes it stand out and look that bit different. But obviously, 8 of them. Why do I have 8 of them? Well, there's a very good reason for that, or I think it's a good enough reason for me to have 8 of them. What we have here on the left, these 4, these are obviously black and white second Doctor, colour second Doctor, black and white first Doctor, colour first Doctor. But these ones are the UK release variant of these sets, and that is most notable by their absence of the Comic-Con sticker on the top hand side, because these were originally released at the, I should have looked this up, I haven't got my glasses on, 2009 Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, as an exclusive, and that is why these ones on the right have this packing variation of having the Comic-Con label, and on the back as well, I won't turn around because it will upset the focusing on the camera, but on the back of these also have a holographic sticker with an individual number, which the UK ones don't have. So whilst the figures inside the packs are the same, the packing variation is a lot more different. And weirdly, and I don't know why this is, of all of these figures, The second Doctor ones are probably the more common than the first Doctor ones, but the second Doctor ones, the UK release is actually the rarer of the package variants. The Comic-Con release ones are fairly common, and yet for the first Doctor sets, it's the Comic-Con ones that are rarer, and the standard UK ones are the ones that actually crop up more. Well, I say crop up more, they crop up more often. That is like to say, you know, it's once in a blue moon that these first Doctor ones will crop up, but when they do, it's invariably usually the UK one. Once in a blue moon of once in a blue moon is when you'll find the Comic-Con versions. But it's interesting to note how I'm trying to think of the best way to put it. It's interesting how rare these figures become, because understandably the Comic-Con ones would be rarer in the UK, but it's interesting that the UK ones have become just as rare as the Comic-Con ones, because the other thing as well is, some people might know, is way back when Forbidden Planet used to buy the Comic-Con exclusives to sell in their shops, but then obviously there were also the UK release versions. So there is an interesting variation of what we've had here, but it's quite nice to see these figures all lined up like this, because as much as I do like, you know, the newer B&M style packing, and I appreciate it is definitely more cost effective, these kinds of, you know, blister pack figures or bubble pack figures or whatever you want to call them, I actually think they look better. I really do like this classic sort of design, and I appreciate it is probably more expensive to do these, but when you see them all lined up like this, I really do think they look the part. You know, and this is one of those figures that, you know, I had the second Doctor figure for a long time, and then when I sort of started collecting, I decided to get some more, and it has taken me genuinely about 3 to 4 years to get all of these, but it's something that I'm so pleased to have now, because I think it does look absolutely brilliant as a collection. You know, they really do look absolutely fantastic together, and it's definitely one of those things that it's fair to say I have a few prides of my collection, but whenever I look at these, I think of the time and effort I put into getting them, not just searching for them, but saving, you know, passing up some of them in order to get them at a better price, you know, and in better condition. And it's one of those things I really do feel like it's paid off, because I look at that and think, I've finally got them all, and I'm so pleased to have them. But that brings to a close another collection showcase. As always, I hope you'll enjoy this video. Like, favorite, subscribe, share, it really helps me out a lot. And be sure to description below for a link to my Patreon. I'm doing my very first figure animation, and you can get involved. There's exclusive content and rewards for those who do so, and funding my Patreon in any way gets your name at the end of my videos. I salute you all, and I will see you with another video very soon.